Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. As many of you know, I am actually an interior designer for almost 40 years. And over that time frame, we've done many medical and dental practices. And so this particular blog is very poignant. It's meaningful to me because the clients were so committed to their purpose and their passion. So it's about when your dental office design conveys your passion, your purpose, and your mission. So I'll never forget the smiles on my clients' faces as they both peeked their heads through the door of their newly developed office called All About Smiles. Dr. Grace and Dr. Lou were just like kids on Christmas morning when they walked in together. They shouted, "Is this our office?" Fortunately, one of our renovation teams was able to capture that moment in a picture. And to this day, that photo reminds me of one of my all-time favorite portfolio pictures because it so clearly defines the why of what they do, what we do, I should say, as interior designers. And it doesn't get any better than that. What clients did not know was that just 5 minutes prior to them arriving, our entire team was completing the final cleaning, and I even had a minute to wipe off my dirty face and shirt before they arrived. So as they walked around their new office, they just kept saying, "I can't believe this is the same office." In less than 10 days, we were able to, while they were away on vacation, our team was tasked with transforming their office, what had been formerly overbearing floral wall covering everywhere and heavy dark wood throughout the now serene and zen-like space and backdrop for their holistic dentistry practice. The contrast of the before and the after was truly remarkable. So to experience their excitement and delight was one of those moments that, as a designer, of course, I'll always remember. So while we have been providing comprehensive interior design services to dentists for many years, one of the reasons I continue to be inspired by what I do is that each project provides an opportunity for me to use my God-given talents to impact and improve the lives of clients and their business throughout the interior design industry. My experience has been that real design occurs when the office environment conveys our clients' passion, purpose, and mission. As interior designers, we're often tasked to design and create the physical environments for the dental practice and the team to thrive. But what has always intrigued me is what happens after our design team leaves. This is when the rubber meets the road. It's when, and this is where it's now up to the dentist to build and lead their teams to be highly successful, that the one that they envisioned it to be. So after all, it's really about people. And that's what the story is really about, the story of a truly great leader. Let me backtrack for a minute. I met Dr. Grace at a photo shoot for a magazine in which we were both being featured. And we waited for several hours during that shoot, and we had the opportunity to get to know each other, connecting on many levels. So clearly, what stood out for me that day was her passion to serve others, to make a difference in their lives, not just for their patients, but also for her staff. She genuinely cared about both their personal and their professional development. So a few months later, when she called to ask if I would assist her with the design and refurbishment of their dental office, I gladly accepted. So in working with Dr. Grace throughout the entire design process, she never once wavered about the importance of making sure that her patients were cared for and that their staff would love working there. In addition to her passion for making a profound impact on the patients, though, through her holistic dentistry, she's also passionate about hiring and building the right team, one that will carry on her mission and her vision in the future. In fact, we became part of that team of trusted advisors to the extent that she entrusted the entire renovation to our team while they were on vacation. A sign of a great leader is to trust and have confidence in your team and that will perform effectively even in your absence. It's that kind of leader that inspires her team to perform at their highest level. So Grace's life has not always been easy. At the age of 14, she arrived in the United States with her mother and 2 brothers. She was greatly influenced by her mother's willingness and determination to take a great risk to leave their comfortable home in Taiwan to raise 3 children in the United States, all of whom have become dentists. While Grace wanted to be a doctor, she received a dental scholarship, then continued her education, and later continued her education to complete her dental studies. For 10 years, she worked for a number of other dental practices, and per Grace, she hated it. She hated the idea of drill, fill, and bill. As a woman dentist, entrepreneur, wife, and mother, she wanted so much more. So a definitive moment for her was in 2014 when she had the opportunity to work for a nonprofit called the Ministry of Caring, a dental facility that treats homeless patients. She was so inspired by her patients because they allowed her to see a different side of the world than she had ever seen before. She was curious and would ask, "Who's treating your kids' teeth?" She felt so blessed to be going on a mission trip each day, that there were a mere 15 minutes from her house. She could recall giving back in the same way that she still does now. So it was in 2015 that she had the opportunity to buy a pediatric dental office in Lower Delaware that serves low-income children. While she had not been trained to treat children, the doctor whose practice she was purchasing showed her how to make it fun and to be that dentist for the children. Dr. Grace and her entire staff can be seen wearing fairy wings, tutus, and carrying magic wands, all in an effort to elicit smiles on the faces of their children and their moms, and to make it fun for the kids to want to come to the dentist. Typical of a highly successful entrepreneur, she had no idea how to do it, but she knew she had to. So it was Grace's strong faith and her belief that she can do all things with God. So the Smile Place was born. Every day, she and her staff have the opportunity to make a real difference in the lives of their patients and bring them also closer to God. It's a very special place, the Smile Place, that Grace has completely connected her passion, her purpose, and her mission, where she can be of service to others and a blessing to all those around her. A confident, savvy businesswoman who has created a culture that educates, inspires, and empowers her team to fulfill the vision of providing exceptional care and a fun, friendly environment to those who wouldn't otherwise have dental care. She's fearless, unstoppable, and willing to risk it all to make a difference in the lives of others. What's next for this visionary leader and dental entrepreneur? She recently purchased yet another practice, one that serves an Hispanic community. And it's been a blessing and an honor to share Grace's story with other aspiring women dentists and entrepreneurs. She's truly a great leader who inspires others to greatness in herself and also to others.